if you look up Blend Tech ES3, there's like 75 listed and 250 solds or something. I feel like this trip is a little pertinent to the somebody's car alarm's going off. We are at Lowe's. I am not a weatherman, so I'm not good at pointing at stuff that's not in front of me. Anyway, we're at Lowe's. These boxes are enormous. I've never seen these ones there before, but I've got a handful of really big things to ship, so you'll see those in the what solds. And then these are really thick. These are like double thick, and big stuff, it's better to ship in thicker cardboard. So that's what we're doing. I spent $30 on big boxes, and I just grabbed 10 of these because I use them all the time. These are 12, 12, 16, and this large one is 24, 18, 18, and this bad boy's 22, 22, 21 and a half. Evelyn ran to Lowe's this morning to grab some boxes because we got a lot of things to ship. Namely this. This is a Caterpillar. It's huge. A remote control D10 tractor, and it's sold for $150, but it's only going like, it's staying in Illinois. I think it's going to the Chicago area. I had a handful of things, large items that sold within a couple hours of me, of that big. And so this one I paid $30 for that. It sold for $150 plus shipping. The beer sign, Judah ended up finding the right light bulb. The light bulb to special order was $15, and Judah found it at a thrift store for $1. So that was awesome. So we got it lit up, and it sold to somebody in St. Louis. It sold for this much money. I think it sold for $75 free shipping. Can't say for certain. It wasn't listed for very long. Comps were like $85 plus shipping, but this one was pretty broken up, so I listed it for $75. I mean, I've only got $20 into it, and I took it apart and put it back together, and I thought I was going to have to spend a bunch of money, but I didn't. I ended up only spending $1 to get it going. And what else? And Evelyn found a Fancy Nancy dress. Is that what you're trying to tell him? With your mouth full? Evelyn found a Fancy Nancy dress. And this, I bought this, NEC is the brand, Betamax. It is not this isn't a Betamax, it's a Super Beta. But it's the smaller VHS tapes. They're like 3/4 of the size of a VHS tape. And they stopped doing those in the maybe the mid 80s, possibly the early 80s even. They were competing with VHS tapes, and they just didn't keep up. So they stopped producing them. And this was the highest end one that NEC produced. And I bought it for $15. It came with the remote. It did not work. I bought a tape for $6 on eBay to test it. I put the tape in. I could hear it running the audio. And then I tried to eject it, and it wouldn't eject, and it never ran video. So I sold it on auction for $29.99 plus shipping, 7-day auction, and it ended up selling for like $53. But it's going to be ridiculous to ship, and the guy who bought it is in Oregon. He refurbishes these and resells them, so it'll have new life again, and he'll probably get $300 or $400 out of it. So I'm glad I made some money, and it will have new life. So that's all for right this minute. We've got a whole bunch of what solds. So we were running some errands, and I had to pee super bad. So we're going to run into this Goodwill and find some things and use the facilities, and then go home. Yeah, I feel a lot better. I just found this talking Nintendo 64 Donkey Kong. He doesn't seem to actually do the talking anymore. I don't know what the comps are, but we're definitely buying it. Ooh, look what Asher just pointed out. A mushroom nightlight. I buy Nintendo collectibles to resell and to keep. So for $2.19, we're getting this either way. Nightmare fuel. Ah!
What is it?
I wonder if this is anything. $2.99. Missing the battery cover. Let's see if it's anything. There are 10 listed. There are 2 sold. One sold for $40, but it sold. But it was in really nice shape. The other one sold for $12.99 and was more like this, so it's not worth picking up. And if you think about it like this, so if there are only 2 sold in 90 days, then you can only expect 8 to sell in a year, and there are 10 listed. How about USA?
Yeah. This, so you
I did see a cowboy. New Era. Made
Hey Dad, what's the best thing
in China. So I don't know how much this is worth, but Thunder Creek is a good name brand. This style with the ring collars on those 3 places it's called a ringer. It's from 2009 and it's $2.48. Obviously the Ghostbusters theme is good. So this is Perlis, which is not a brand I've ever heard of, but it's a crawfish. Vintage polo, like in the Izod or La Tiger Lacoste kind of. I'm gonna look this up. Well, I do believe that we found something. I've never heard of Blend Tech, but that's just a kind of crazy looking blender that caught my eye, and it is an ES3. And if you look up Blend Tech ES3, there's like 75 listed and 250 solds or something. And I didn't break it because I broke my foot instead. But if it works after I dropped it, the unit by itself is worth $50 and these sell individually, but I think it's probably $75 plus shipping. All right, well, it is 8 o'clock in the morning. We just dropped the boys off at school, and me and Evie are going to go to this estate sale.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. You have the other little thing? You have the other guy? Where'd he go?
Kids have a lot of choices.
Okay.
Well, after I got my prosthetic arm.
But I figured if there's a lot of glassware, maybe go with one of those. What's in here?
Is this? Oh, is that? This isn't as old. Oh.
Hey girlfriend, how's it going? Good. What you got today? Oh, nice.
2002. I don't know what that is at all.
Just a sweet little thing, aren't you?
Say, unless nobody's looking. This Chutes and Ladders, like, looks, it's like heavy duty collector's edition, but it's only the board. I'm gonna definitely take this. What is that? It's just a powered speaker. All right, well, I showed a little bit of that estate sale, but I am terrible at taking the video while I'm working. I need to get my GoPro going so that I can just do the chest mount thing. Hasn't happened yet. Let me show you what I got. I wasted money on this, but I paid $100 for everything. All of it had price tags, We added it all up and got to like 125 or something. And she's like, just give me $100 because I've known her for most of my life. She takes care of me. So this one I didn't notice. It's drywall mud. So if I decide to sink this in water and scrub it off, that'll clean up, but it's only worth like $6 or $7, so it might not even be worth doing that. I might just donate it. But it was worth picking up because when I picked it up, she's like, oh, there's another one. And this one's brand new. And so it's probably $12 and I paid $1 for it. It is what it is. $18. These retail about $60, $65 for Synergy bongos. These are bongos. These are the only hand drums that are bongos. And perhaps you guys don't run into people calling every hand drum in the world bongos because you're not around hand drums very much. I cut my musical teeth playing bongos, particularly playing the djembe, a larger African hand drum, but anyway, these aren't for sale. $18 was a steal on them to keep. The resale is probably $45 on them, but I'm gonna keep them. This is what I call a clacky keyboard. It's the old style. It's mechanical. It's analog. This is Amstrad Pc 1512. Amstrad is not the best name brand. These can be really, really pricey. This one obviously is untested. I didn't get the PC with it. But the only listed ones are $89 and $99 on eBay right now. And there is only one sold comp on Terapeak at $70 plus $19 shipping. So at the dollar I paid for this, if I list it for $49.99, I bet it'll sell in 2 days. This is a Hilton made in the US satin men's medium vintage jacket. It was $2, and the reason that I picked it up is because it's custom airbrushed on the back, and that isn't necessarily like great airbrushing and something that's going to add a tremendous amount of value to it, but it's a cool vintage customized piece, and for $2 I bet I get 25 plus shipping out of it. Cool piece. I wasn't going to leave it there for $2. Something I've been trying my hand at a lot recently is old Craftsman screwdrivers. I haven't done well with them yet. I paid $1 a piece for these. The ones I imagine will do the best are the nut drivers. So like this is a screwdriver for a Torx screw, like this, what some people call a star bit. These are not screwdrivers, they are nut drivers. So there's a set of them. I think there's 2 more in here. So I've got 6 altogether, all different sizes. I'll lot them together. So I paid $6 for that set, and they'll probably bring 25 or 30, not a whole lot of money, but I'm trying to figure out that, because I run into Craftsman screwdrivers all the time. This was 50 cents. It's that level of nostalgia that I try to stick around. It's a beer stein plastic. It's a little more faded and it's untested. I didn't comp it there. It should, like, these guys should talk when you press the button. And it turns out new in package, it sells for like $20, and out of package in nicer shape than this sells for like $14. So I'm in it for 50 cents. If it works, I'll probably list it for $10 plus shipping. If it doesn't, I will donate it. This metal box, it was a little bit of a crapshoot. It was $13. These are all like dial drive springs, new old stock repair parts for old turntables. And I can't find any listings with this Walco, I think, a Walsco brand. But I suspect if I use the right keywords and I put this up for auction, I'll get $50 or $60 for it, maybe more. Because I know enough about old turntables that, like, each of these spring clips, to somebody is worth $2 a piece plus shipping. And these spring drives, these are definitely, drive springs are definitely a thing that would sell if I tried to sell them individually. As far as people repairing a turntable. So I'm gonna sell this on auction as a vintage turntable repair set and see what I can get. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the box. This box almost looks like a live animal thing with the holes all around it. But I'm gonna take these out and try and figure out what to do with them. The box is wherever, like the cookware. So maybe the box is worth something. I can probably do some research on it anyway, knowing that it has a name. And not everything in this box is fantastic, but this box is definitely where we hit pay dirt. This guy, I paid 10 bucks. He's probably worth 40. He's just so cool. And he's from 1968, and I wasn't gonna leave him there because he's fantastic. This piece I didn't comp, and it's in terrible condition. It's this kind of cheesecakey image from some kind of camera. Konica cameras, and it would have been a shelf display. It may not be worth anything at all, but I don't think I paid anything for it. Maybe it's $1, maybe I paid $1 for it. We'll see. I suspect it's a rare, but in that condition it probably isn't worth anything. It was really dark in the garage and I didn't notice this discoloration. I did notice this kind of stuff down here. Whatever. Can't all be winners. Probably should mostly be winners. Toka Player Series. This is not a fantastic cowbell, but it's a pretty good one. $5. These would retail around $35. But again, hand drums, not selling hand drums. Soon enough, I'm gonna need this. This is a vintage snapback. Maybe it's not vintage. Made in China. Sexy senior citizen snapback. I thought it was fun. I knew they weren't gonna charge me much for it. This model 226 Coleman lantern is worth a lot of money. Especially considering its size. These are, I paid $9, and it is probably in the just shy of $100, probably $100 including shipping. This one seems to be full of fuel. Yep. Okay, these were not necessarily the best buy in the world. There's 18 of these Crown Royal bags, and I said, how much you want for all of them? And she said, they're $1 a piece. And I was like, if I buy all of them? And I shouldn't have said that. I should have just said, okay, I don't want them. But she's like, well, how about 50 cents a piece if you buy them all? And then I'm like, I felt a little obligated to buy them. And I will make money. They're probably $25 plus shipping for this huge pile of them. I thought when I started messing with them that they were worth more and that they would be cheaper. I'm not going to lose money. They're fine. They're just not huge home run. And like I said, I only paid $100 for everything, and we're still getting to some good stuff. These, I always do well with Belleville boots. These were just sitting in a garage under a shelf. These are new. These have never been walked in. Vibram, Soles, Belleville is generally an Army issue thing. These are steel toe. They're very small. They're 7.5 regular. But they are, I don't know what the comps are on these, but these are nice boots. And normally they're charging $2 or $3, $5 at most on shoes. I wouldn't have bought this if it wasn't brand new in the package. It's Tommy Bahama t-shirt. Tommy Bahama rum. I don't know what the comps are. It would have been $1 because all their clothes are $1. About this, I can't find a comp on it. 1995 Budweiser Frogs, and it's a like bottle koozie. So I'll put up a comp if I can find one. I suspect it's $10 or $15, free shipping. Sanyo personal cassette player, AM FM radio, has the belt clip and the battery cover and no corrosion. Paid $1 for that. Haven't tested it yet. This is a AM FM Walkman, Sony Walkman. This particular model is WMF 2015, and I suspect that it is $15 not working, $35 working. I haven't tested it yet. It does not have the battery cover or the belt clip, which actually hurts it quite a bit. That probably makes it $10 without the if it's not working, and $25 if it's working. And the piece de resistance, battery cover, belt clip, AM FM radio, Sony Walkman F1. This is a $100 radio if it works. I suspect it doesn't work, but I haven't tested it yet. It does not have batteries corroding the case. It should have a leather strap to make it really good. It does not. I'll test it out and let you know. But this is a really, really good one. This is a top of the line Sony Walkman, and if it works, it's over $100. It's $30 not working. And these are they were one of the first things I picked up, but they're the last thing I'm going to show you. This one is $2. I don't know if you can see that, but Berman's is a really nice leather brand. And I like the cut of this jacket. I feel like it's a reasonably modern look for a vintage leather motorcycle jacket. Berman's, made in Korea, size 44 is a good size, and it has the zip out liner. So for $2, this is probably a $40 or $50 leather jacket. And then I don't know why I picked this one up. It was twice as much, $4, which is still totally a reasonable price. It looks okay, but it's like the super generic kind of leather jacket that you find all over the place. It's patchworked, which is kind of cool. I should have probably left this one there, but the Berman's I'll do really well on. That's everything I picked up at the estate sale today. I spent $100. Pretty excited about it. I forgot to mention I got this lamp too. Super mid-century modern. This is definitely the wrong shade for it, but it is a really cool piece. I paid $12. I suspect it's $60 or $70 plus shipping. All right, well, that was not the promised what sold video, but I did hit a couple of sales and thought you guys would want to see some stuff. Thanks for giving this video the like skis right there. And then leave a comment, question, concern, you know, whatever. And if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you in the future.